I'm definitely not someone who enjoys organizing. I'm definitely not a fan of organizing or declutter. I'm not the biggest fan of organizing. I'm definitely not a fan of organizing or declutter. Hey there, welcome back to my channel, Mess with Michelle. I know I sound like a broken record when it comes to organizing and decluttering. I always remind you that I'm not a fan. Over the past few months, I've been really learning how to enjoy organizing and different methods that help me along the way. I'm definitely still an amateur organizer, but I wanted to share with you tips and tricks that help me so this way I enjoy the process and I don't get overwhelmed when I have to get faced with organizing around the house. So as I'm cleaning out my decor closet in my office, I'm going to share those tips and tricks with you. So this way, if you feel the same way I do and get overwhelmed, hopefully these tips will help you out. If you're returning, welcome back, and if you're new, my name is Michelle, and I really hope you hang out with me today and learn the tips that I've used in the last few months to help me enjoy the organizing process. And if you haven't already done so, I'd love for you to consider hitting that subscribe button so I can take you on my messy journey. My first tip, and I think it's the most important, is start on small organization projects and work your way up to the larger ones. When I was organizing around the house, I made sure to choose areas that I knew that were manageable, and this way I was able to begin the process with a more positive experience. If you throw yourself into a project that's just way too large and you're not prepared for, you may get overwhelmed and not have a positive experience, leaving you not wanting to finish other areas to organize around your home. So definitely start really small and then gradually build your way up to larger areas around your house. Another tip also is make sure that you always have enough time to complete the task successfully, and try not to jam pack too much of your organizing into a small window of time, because if you are racing against the clock, you may not be making the right decisions of what you want to keep and what you want to donate. I always find that if I schedule time in my calendar knowing that I'm going to be organizing, I always make sure that I have enough time to complete the task from beginning to end. So one of the things you should also consider, and it's really helped me as well, is find out what your style is when it comes to organizing and decluttering. So this tip goes hand in hand with the tip of starting small and working your way up. If you start a small project and you decluttered, just taking everything out of the space and throwing it into a large pile and sorting it through that way, but felt that you're overwhelmed, then you know for your next project you may want to consider just going into sections and rather than taking everything out, so this way it's more manageable for you. So I learned over time that it's just a matter of trial and error when it comes to knowing your style, and you don't necessarily have to know right off the bat, but I assure you as you go through the process more and more, you're going to learn exactly what works for you and for future projects that you're going to be working on. My next tip is get familiar with your organization style and also prepare ahead of time, meaning if you like to have a very aesthetically pleasing area that's organized with bins and totes and labels, this way you're able to know exactly what your vision is and plan ahead. So when you are going into those organization projects, you can have all the materials that you need in order to complete the task. When I organized around my kitchen, the process was a lot more enjoyable because I planned ahead. I knew exactly what I needed in order to achieve the look that I was going for when it came to organizing my cupboards and my drawers, and had everything available at the time I started my project. Another tip, and I think it's really important, it may sound simple, but make sure you have enough workspace once you take everything out of your closet or your drawers or wherever you're organizing. I've run into this problem one too many times where I just take everything out of a space and have nowhere to put it, and I just end up with a huge pile and a mess in the room. So if you're able to have a nice working space that's free and clear of any clutter, and you're able to have sections of what you want to keep, donate, and stuff that you might be still undecided on, definitely take it from me. Make sure you have that proper space so you have a positive experience to go through everything and have enough space to work through and sort all of your items. And always leave enough space to walk around the room freely, so this way you're not tripping over boxes or other items that you've just taken out of your closet. So once you start taking things out of your closets or your drawers or just anywhere you're organizing around the house, I always recommend, and it really is helping me out, is starting to group like items together. So you're organizing as you're decluttering. So you're grouping things together that are similar. So when you are ready for the sorting process, you have all these items really close by, so you're able to visually see things that you have that are similar and be able to see what you want to keep and what you want to donate. When I group things together that are similar and I'm organizing as I go, it really helps me in the long run not to get overwhelmed. I find if I start just putting things here, there, and everywhere, and I don't really have a good system of collecting similar items, just going back through the sorting system feels a bit grueling because I'm looking around the room trying to see what I have, what things I have that are similar. So if I'm doing it from the start, it just makes it more efficient when it comes to the sorting process. My next tip goes hand in hand with organizing on the go is always have a box available for items that you know you're going to donate. Having an extra box has really helped me, so this way I can just throw anything that I want to donate directly into the box, and this way I'm not leaving it scattered all over the room. So once I'm finished decluttering and organizing and sorting, I have that one box, or even two depending on how much stuff you have, that I can pick up and throw in my car and then send to the donation center. I always find if I don't have those extra boxes available, I always find that I leave a little pile of stuff I want to donate on the floor that sits there for way too long, but having that extra box really gives me the incentive just to pick it up and bring it to the donation center. My next tip is be mindful of what you're putting back in your closet after you're finished sorting all of your items. Make sure you're only putting things back that you know you're going to use. I know for me sometimes it's hard to let things go, and I always have those what if moments. What if I need that item and I donate it and it's not available? But if I'm true to myself, I really think it through to know, am I going to use this? And if I know the answer is no, it's better just to let it go and to donate it. So I know that it could be tough for you to maybe do the same, but just thank yourself later when you have to go back into that same closet to reorganize on another occasion that you're not going to be organizing stuff that you should have gotten rid of a long time ago, and it just makes the process a lot more enjoyable and not so rigorous as the first time you had to organize, because you know that you've downsized and you only kept things that you know you're going to use. So this tip might be a personal preference, but I just wanted to share with you to help me keep motivated, especially when I'm sorting and going through the process, is I like to have music playing in the background. It just keeps my mind focused and not too much on the task at hand and makes it a lot more fun. So when I decluttered my master bedroom closet, I made sure to have really loud 80s tunes playing in the background, so this way I was able to focus on the music and go through the motions of organizing and just make it a very overall positive experience and enjoyable process. My next tip has really helped me because when I'm feeling overwhelmed when I'm organizing, the best thing to do is walk away and take a break. There's been so many times when I just wanted to get the job done, I was feeling overwhelmed and I kept going and I just became more frustrated. So rather than put myself in that situation where I'm growing frustrated and not enjoying the process, I just walk away now, get 10-15 minute break, and then this way I come back with a clear mind, a fresh pair of eyes, and then I feel I'm more effective to continue on with the organizing process and make sure I'm able to complete it. My next tip is put together a maintenance plan when it comes to revisiting the spaces that you just organized. So for this particular closet, once I'm organizing it today, I'll plan to come back in a few weeks and just double check to see if there's any items that I may have kept but had a change of heart and now I'm ready to donate. So when you're keeping up the maintenance, you're just continuously organizing, and this way you're not going to be faced with another grueling experience of organizing a really messy closet because you're always on top of it. And this is going to really help you to enjoy the process in the future because you're not going to be faced with so many daunting tasks of organizing, and you're just going to be on top of it all the time. So here's all the stuff that I'm going to be donating. So I have a few pictures that I know I'm not going to use around the house, and just a rug that I got from IKEA. I was going to use this for my makeover of my TV room upstairs, but didn't end up using it in just a couple of games. And I'm going to be throwing away the keyboard. It doesn't work as well as a duffel bag because it's looking pretty rough. And then this lamp here, or light, it was supposed to be for my office, but it didn't work, so I'm just going to throw it away. $20 down the drain, but what can you expect for $20? Didn't really work. And just a few little decor knickknacks that I'll be donating, as well as this lamp. So I finished my organizing and decluttering of my decor closet, so here's a before shot of how everything looked. And here is the after shot of what the closet looks like now. And I went through all my items and I'm only keeping the things that I know that I'll be using. And one of the things that keeps me motivated is moments like this when I see the after results of all my hard work put in when it comes to organizing and decluttering. It's definitely well worth the process. I really hope that you found my tips helpful and sharing the things that have helped me enjoy organizing a little bit more, and maybe I can say in my next video that I am a fan of organizing. So if you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that like button on your way out, and I'll see you in my next video when I upload next week.